Welcome out. Time for us to sit down and chat with our latest athlete of the week, Alvin Udoto from the men's soccer team. Men's soccer's been on a tear right now, Alvin, and you are just the most recent one, but talk about the winning streak right now. 7 straight matches for you guys. You're perfect in Region 9 play, and not just perfect on the offensive side with scoring goals, but defensively haven't given up a goal. What's the vibe for the team right now?
I think right now we're just on a high. So we started this season kind of slow, actually, with losing the first game, showing a game that we should have lost. So, I mean, after that game, it was kind of like a wake-up call. And, after that game, our coach gave us a talk about, how if we want to reach our goals, we gotta step it up. And I think from then on, it was just kind of like improvement day by day, everyone putting in 100%. And I just think it's just the momentum, too. 7 games in a row, that's a lot of momentum to run off. So I think that's a big part of how our success.
Talk about this last weekend. You exploded onto the scene. I think everybody on the team, the coaching staff, everybody in the athletic department has known the talent that you have. How did it feel to be able to show that off, not just for one game, but to put 2 really strong games back to back?
Yeah, I think a main thing for me was just time will tell. Our team was winning, so that's not something I was really, focused on. But I did really want to, get some stats, show that I'm worth the money I was brought in to do, you know what I'm saying? So it was really good for me to bust in, make a solid foundation for the rest of the season. Hopefully I can, build on those goals.
You have brought 2 things up that kind of point to one big theme for this year's team, and that seems to be personal responsibility of everybody holding their own weight.
Yeah.
Has that been something you guys talked about, or did that just kind of happen with this team where the coaches obviously, like you said, have those meetings with you, but did the team kind of just, is that just the way the guys are on this team?
I think this team is kind of like a family where everyone has a role. Whether you don't play as much or you do play the most, everyone kind of accepts the role, or if they don't have the playing time that they have, they want to fight. Most guys would just sit back and take a back seat, but a lot of the guys on our team fight back, and it kind of just elevates everyone on the team, and I just think that's a big part of why we're getting so much better and getting those results.
You guys now get to head out onto the road. Is it good to have a road trip right now? Do you think that's kind of shakes things up a little bit to keep you from getting complacent?
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the home game. Where we just play a game and go back to our room. That was really it's home, it's comfortable, but I think it's definitely a different, environment when you go and play in someone else's home, something you're not familiar with. But I think, this week we're preparing for it. So it shouldn't be something too different, but obviously it's never the same when you're not at home.
You are a sophomore on this team, but you've only got the 1 year. What's sophomore day going to mean to you next week, knowing that this has kind of been a home, but only for a year?
Honestly, for me personally, this few weeks have gone by the quickest. I still can't believe we only have 3 more weeks worth of, regular conference play. So, I just cherish every moment. Even though it's 1 year, you still make bonds, you still make connections with people. So, I'm just trying to cherish every moment and just enjoy where I'm at right now.
You have obviously not just the athletic side of things to worry about here, but the academic side is something that you're very focused on as well, I know.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how classes have been going and the jump from one university to a different university. How'd you handle that?
Yeah, what I'll say is freshman classes are nowhere compared to sophomore classes. Yeah. My freshman year was kind of just introductory classes, which were pretty easy. I kind of got a step up this year with, calculus and engineering stats. So I wouldn't say I'm struggling, but it's definitely not easy to, keep those grades up as much as I did last year. So
it's always, and I'll tell you, I completely understand that the GPA dips so much that when suddenly you get hit with those actual classes that have to do with major. Talk about this though. This is something that I wanted to touch on with you. Coming from Africa originally, then to New York, then to Virginia, then to Wyoming. Long trip, but what's the journey been like for you? What's driven you to continue pushing like that to be as good as you can be and continue that drive?
Actually, from Kenya, I went to the UK for 2 years.
Okay.
I played in an academy in kind of south near Brighton for about 2 years, and that's kind of where I wanted to, pursue my football. 2 years in, I had about 2 years left of high school, and I just felt like in the UK you kind of after you graduate high school, you choose one path or another. And a friend of mine who actually went to school in New York, the school that I went to, he kind of introduced me to the academic and football side of things. So it's kind of something that my family were more interested in because they want me to get my major too. I want to play football, but I gotta study. So so I decided to come to New York and kind of go the college route. I went into high school, slowed down by a couple of injuries, so I kind of committed last minute, like probably 3 months into the 3 weeks into the summer. It was a great experience, great coaches, but I just felt like I had goals that I wanted to achieve, and I felt like LCCC was a place for me to achieve that.
We're thrilled we have you around with us, Alvin. Looking forward to seeing what more you can do. Hopefully get you another one of these posters for another Athlete of the Week, but I know your teammates are gunning for it too. So Alvin Udoto, our most recent Player of the Week, and congratulations, man. Looking forward to the road trip.
Thank you for having me.